guys?
What's up, guys?
Welcome back to the channel.
Hi.
In today's episode, we're going to be working on this car again.
2000 Honda Civic Si. We introduced the car already. We have some updates though.
Yeah, last time we worked on this, we really didn't get anything done. It was just kind of talking more than anything. So today, he bought the parts that we need, a lot of them.
Yeah, some parts are on back order. I didn't find out until days after I ordered, but it's fine. We put the battery tray in. Batteries just on there just so we could run the wires that we need to run them basically. And then if we come over here, we're going to show you what we're going to do today.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. So the plan is, I think I spoke about this previously. I don't like these mounts. I don't know if we'd be able to show you the axle, how the axle sits, but you can actually come in here. Let me grab my flashlight.
This one right here. I got it.
So if you see the axle is like leaning back, it's the same case on the other side.
You can't see. It's hard to tell, but basically, so instead of the axle, demonstrate with your fingers, with your hands.
So basically, instead of the axle sitting equal, I guess, right next to the hubs, they're going, the motor so far forward that the axles are basically like this. And then I read online that it causes a lot of failures. So the next best thing is we parted out a car. Well, my brother parted out a car. I took the subframe, rack and pinion, and basically the whole cross member assembly, and I got it powder coated. And then I went and bought some used K24 mounts because these mounts are brand new, and I wasn't going to spend the amount of money that it costs brand new right now. So what we're doing is we're gonna remove the subframe today. While we're at it, this car is gonna be 5-lug, so we're gonna remove the subframe assembly. We're gonna swap over the mounts, and then we're gonna go ahead and convert it to the 5-lug. We have the 5-lug hubs and everything with the big brake kit sitting in that garage. So that's our intentions right now. We have the subframe. Let me just go grab it so it's not in the. We have a little bit of a mess. But.
Yeah, we have a mess in here. There's parts everywhere.
So this is the subframe. It's powder coated gunmetal, the ITR gunmetal, like the color of the wheels. I got these powder coated too, just because it was gonna look tacky if you did it, and then I didn't want it to be another color. So this is pretty much gonna be the theme for the underbody of the car. It's gonna be like a gunmetal type theme, just to make it look a lot cleaner. Our intention is basically to overhaul this car completely. Because by us overhauling it, we'll be able to, it'll just be cleaner when we're working on it. We don't want to have to worry about rust flaking and stuff like that, paint flaking. That's done. If you guys didn't know, well, my cousin sandblasted that motor as well. So it's just to keep the theme going, a clean build.
And I just realized that all the hardware to that, unless you have it with you.
It's right there over there.
Okay, so then never mind. I thought we left it at the other garage. All right, so guys, so we're gonna put it up, I guess.
You're gonna see us, yeah. So you're probably gonna see him in the clip dismantling this, or maybe me assembling that. But we're gonna be working on two separate things, just because if not, it's kind of wasting time. So let's get to it. Subframe, this big bulky thing, is out. Now we're gonna work on the other subframe is also prepped, the EG powder coated subframe. We'll walk over there now, and it's prepped. We were just waiting on the hardware from this one. So we got GSR sway bar, I believe.
Close this cabinet.
GSR sway bar with the energy bushings on the lower control arms and the sway bar end links. So this is a temporary setup. I did order a hard race. I'm not a fan of the red, and I like hard race better. A lot of people speak good on it. So this is very temporary. I ordered K-tuned compliance bushings, K-tuned upper control arms, and a couple other things that we'll just do in the future. This is just to get the engine sitting where we want it, so we can go ahead and do radiator setup and things like that. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take that mount off of that subframe. We're gonna mount the new mount on here. So and he'll work on taking off the T bracket, and then we'll put this one up.
Yeah. So
the plans for this one, because I know I left it out. That car is gonna have.
So the purpose, because we're all purpose build, so we need a purpose, right?
This car is more like a daily, nice street car. So the point is for it to have AC and power steering. So from the research I've done, you use the DC5, the RSX power steering line, and reservoir. The return, I think, is the same Integra one, which we'll figure out as we go. But as of right now, we're not worried about that. We just want this up, because I might either steal them. It's called steal it. Code the new control arms when I put them in, and the sway bar, or I might get it powder coated. I'll go. We'll bounce ideas off each other and go like that, because we do have extra sway bars and stuff we could use. But let's get to it. Update time. So that was a little interesting. We, after struggling a little bit, we thought it was a better idea to leave the T-bracket on the engine and try to mount it up like that. We ended up having to take it out. We're gonna put the header up, I think, real quick, and then we'll do the T-bracket. As you can see, there's about how many, like what, 4 or 5 inches more of clearance right there. Because this was sitting right up against the radiator, like to the point where this was touching. That's not a K-series radiator, but it was touching where the coolant reservoir goes mounted. So we're gonna put the T-bracket on, put this on. The subframe looks great in there. Well, we were thinking about just cleaning it later on because I was just hand washing it and it wasn't really doing much without water or anything like that. So what are we doing now?
So right now we're just gonna put the front spindle, or put the T-bracket on and the spindles. And
we're gonna bind up the spindles. The only thing we'll have to do is actually connect the brake lines later on.
Tie rods, everything will be connected. So let's do this, convert this front end to 5 lug. We gotta do the shifter cables too because we messed up. That's fine. We'll get to it now.
So, mounts are in, subframe's in. The subframe actually is very subtle. It's not something that sticks out like a sore thumb. We were able to reuse my brand new mounts, and we just changed the brackets. And then we put the 5 lug on with the Cosis for now. These are not the wheels we mentioned earlier in the video. I think they're gonna have similar fitment to these, or maybe more aggressive, because I think those are plus 42s. 16x8 plus 42 all around. But these, we actually have a square edge set of Cosis as well. These look pretty nice. These are actually the wheels that are probably going to stick on this vehicle. But while these are getting redone, we'll probably slap on the other ones with some very aggressive tires. Besides that, what else did we do? We threw on the header real quick, put the axles in. We bind up the suspension. The only thing we need to do is those calipers, which actually, to be honest, so this is a DIY, basically big brake kit, and it's pretty, with a 16-inch rim is pretty tight in there, but it'll do.
Yeah, I mean the clearance is pretty decent.
Yeah.
So that's it for today. Next video we'll be working on this car again. We're gonna try to tackle the rear.
Because the rear we're switching out the e-brake cables.
Yeah, the rear just be like quick bolting, but we're gonna attack the rear to finish the suspension swap, and then we're gonna come back to the front. There's some bolts missing, some of the things like the half shaft, and the header has one 18 millimeter nut. So we're gonna fix all that, put the shifter cables back on, put the radiator back on. We're gonna use the same radiator that we have laying around.
No, I gotta order one. I already know the hoses and everything. We're going with DIY like tucked style radiator that I looked up. Probably we just gotta make brackets for those, if I'm not mistaken. It's gonna be pretty nice. We're just trying to make the car clean and functional, very functional. So
right. So next time we're gonna attack the rear and then get back in the front, bolt everything up, and then try to get the car started. We gotta get the crank pulley off the motor that was in the engine that was in the blue car, and a few other things, and then this thing should. Hopefully, we're gonna go again on this rant. Hopefully, try to get this thing running for the next. I don't know. By the end of the next video, or like 2 videos from now.
So the second video.
Unless we have to go onto another car. So, thank you for tuning in.
Please like, comment, and subscribe, and please follow us on our social media at ALLPURPOSEBUILDZ.
Thank you guys. See you on the next one.